What I've just laid out is the trail of different monetization schemes and practices were largely successful because of consumer ignorance. But once everyone began to realize just how annoying and repetitive this shit was getting, that's when we all stood together, held hands, had a beer, and said, "Yo, stop doing this. No more of that." That's when we start to see change. Meanwhile, the greedy capitalist pigs were hard at work. It's cool that each heist has unique layouts, set pieces, objectives, and types of security you have to bypass. At times it feels like you're playing through your own movie. So in a new heist 99 boxes, you're like ziplining across shipment crates, infiltrating warehouses, stealing secret weapons, and whatnot. And I'm excited to see what other cool scenarios they come up with. Yes, Payday 3 is looking to be a certified banger, and it's also a game that doesn't seem to take itself too seriously, which I think opens the door for all sorts of wacky cosmetics and scenarios. When it comes down to it, Payday 3 has made a very good first impression on me. As a newcomer to the series, I'm excited to try out the game and play with my buddies and grief the ever-loving shit out of each one of them. Now, I'm a pretty hard nerd to please and somewhat reluctant to step too far out of my gaming comfort zone, but I've seen a lot of requests from people asking about my thoughts on Payday, and I decided to take this offer, play it early, and let me tell you folks, no regrets. If you're new to the series like me, I recommend picking it up. It is $40, so it's also cheaper than a lot of other AAA games. If you do play Payday 3, I think you'll have a great time clowning around with the homies.
What's up everybody, it's the Act Man. Now, but on a serious note, hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas Eve. I know I did. I wasn't able to upload on Sunday and Monday since I had to spend time with my family, plus couldn't work on my video so much on Saturday neither since I was live streaming that day. Today I'll be talking about the Act Man and how he turned from a respectable commentator to a complete grifter. This is gonna be a similar video to the one that I made about Angry Joe. Without further ado,
let's do this.
The Act Man is an American entertainer on YouTube who is mostly known for game reviews on Halo and Call of Duty games. He does commentaries that are not reviews as well from time to time. He's made a very strong stance against anti-consumer business practices in games and holding developers up to a certain standards. This is why I, and many, respected him. However, what happens when a developer or a publisher comes up to him and offers him money to review a game? You get a review that's heavily influenced by bias. The video that got me and a lot of people disappointed in him was how he praised the game called Payday 3, which I briefly mentioned in my Payday 3 video. He was invited over by the Payday 3 developers, which they paid for his flight and treated him really nice in hopes that he would make a good review. Unfortunately, it worked because he made a really disappointing review. It's disappointing for two reasons. Reason number one is that he's promoting a broken game that's clearly not good, and while the servers were fine at the time when he played at the event that he got invited to by the developers, he could have just rejected the invite. It doesn't hurt to wait and then make a judgment. Not only that, but you can't really trust a content creator to make an unbiased review when they are paid to review a game, nor should you trust them. Reason number two is that it's very hypocritical of the Act Man to promote a game that has been confirmed to have anti-consumer business practices like microtransaction. For those people that says that he couldn't have seen this coming, that's bullshit. Microtransaction was announced to pop up in Payday 3 before it even got released and before the event that the Act Man was invited to happened. Even if microtransaction wasn't announced, he could still make a safe bet that it was gonna pop up in Payday 3, considering the fact that Payday 2, the prequel, had microtransaction. The cope response that the Act Man gave when he got pushed back was even worse. He calls his review on Payday 3 an impression to try to deflect the main criticism, but I don't buy it, nor do many other people. He didn't even properly address most of the criticism he received, and at times got really pissy about constructive criticism in the comment section of a video calling him out for his grifting. How poorly he handled the criticism here is the main reason I decided to make this video in the first place, because it shows that he haven't learned at all. If we focus on the last paragraph on his community post, he says two things that are completely contradicting each other. He says he stands by everything he said in this video, but also implying it's bad, even though the thing he stood by in the Payday 3 video was that the game is good. This shouldn't come as a big surprise to anyone, because this has been a pattern. The pattern being that he praises a game that has a lot of anti-consumer stuff, completely going against his own principles. He got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as one of his favorite games of all time in a video in the past. A game, mind you, that has pay to win. Another anti-consumer business practice, which is hypocritical of him as well. Others have pointed out his hypocrisy on his video on Genshin Impact as well, for praising it. Another game full of greed. He even had a video praising a microtransaction game like New World, though that video seems to be gone from his channel. I'm guessing most likely it got deleted by him because the backlash was much bigger than the other ones. Despite all of this though, I would not say that he's the worst grifter out there on this site. He has done a lot of good, like fighting against copyright abuse, which ended up him getting doxxed, and raising charity, to name a few. Hate him as much as you want, but he never deserved to get doxxed. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you liked the video, fucking pulverize that fucking like button. Just fucking obliterate it. Like, if you really really loved the video, consider subscribing. And if you disagree, you can leave a dislike and comment below. That's it, guys. Signing off.